Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Your name?
Mohammed Abbas Jaffer.
What's your local mosque?
Stanmore.
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 Okay, very good. And what will you be reciting for us tonight?
So today, inshallah, I'll be reciting some English poetry I've written.
Brilliant. English poetry. Okay, when did this begin?
So writing it began when I was very small.
Okay.
Before performing, very recently.
Very recently.
Very recently.
And your poetry is mainly related to which topics?
Most of my poetry is based on the events of Karbalā and around Karbalā.
Okay.
But today is one for Imam Ali, inshallah.
One for Imam Ali alayhi salam. Okay, go ahead.
Poetry is the one that I enjoyed the most. I kept writing it. But it was always just in notebooks and on my laptop, saved in Word documents. Until recently, my family, my wife, said, look, it's being wasted here. You need to perform. You need to get out there. And so I did. I started to recite a little bit more, and I found myself here on the Shia Voice. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. They say they've looked in every chapter, every verse and every page, but can't find Ali's name in the Quran, not even a tiny trace. If they can't see Ali's name, then they must be blind. I'm not saying their eyes can't see, I'm talking about their mind. For I opened up the holy book, and it immediately became clear. Ali's name was everywhere. On every line it would appear. Throughout the whole Quran, Mawla Ali's name can be seen. From Al-Fatiha to Nas and every surah in between. If Yasin is the heart, Ali is the beat. From the thunder of Arad to Ayatul Kursi's seat. From Baqarah to Abbas and the prophecy of Rum. From Ma'idah to Jathiyah and the web of Ankabut. You can see it rising in Falak and shining in Ash-Shams, forging in Hadid and ticking in Wal-As. His name sparkles like Al-Najm and is mighty like At-Tur, all-encompassing like Layl and glowing brightly like in Nur. Ali's name flows in Al-Kawthar. He'll be serving from the fountain. He's the good news in Naba and the peak of Sinai's mountain. Spoken by Nas and Jinn, his name billows in Dukhan. Then فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Son, Ali's name is written in Tini wa Zaytun, in verses about the righteous, and Kul ya ayyuhal kafirun. In every Fatha, Dhamma, Kisra, in every Sukun and Tanween. Ali's signature is scribed in every Saad, Kaf and Sin. I promise you, it's even in the Alif, Ba and Ta. Now look at the second letter. Ali is even the Nuqta. So, why does Ali pray Tawheed in every single rak'ah? It's because Ali loves Ikhlas and Ikhlas loves Ali back. Because when Mawla Ali moves, it's like the Quran is walking. And when Mawla Ali speaks, it's like the Quran is talking. Others waited for a revelation to come before they would act. But the Quran waited for Ali to give his ring. Verse of Wilaya proves this fact. Then there's Ayatul Tathir, the verse about the pure. If Ali is in the Quran, his name must be a cure. There's also Ayatul Mawadda and mention of Ghadir. Mubahila earns its place. So let them raise Quran on spears. Because if they don't see his name, they have sight but don't have vision. This is what has led us to so much fitna and division. They claim we raise Ali too high, but for others, we're unjust. Yet even if we lower Ali, he's still father of the dust. Now Ali lies in Najaf, having given all he had left. The whole world's gold and silver adorns him in his death. If you need more evidence, let me speak the truth. If what I've said is not enough, here's one final proof. Consider Shahr Ramadan and look at Laylatul Qadr. Allah sent down one Quran and welcome back another. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala.
Look at that, a standing. Look at that, a standing ovation from the judges, naras from the audience. How do you feel?
Humbled. Humbled. Ahsan, thank you so much.
Ahsantum. Ahsantum.
But honestly, we are the vessels. If it wasn't for Mawla Ali, we have nothing to write.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah.
Good poem is something that makes people think, makes people reflect, but also makes people feel things. And if you can do all of that, then you're halfway there.
A wonderful topic, first and foremost. Imam Ali in the Quran, a favorite of mine. But I loved the usage of suwar, which others would not necessarily use. You know, you mentioned Jathia as an example. You'd probably find some parts of the Muslim world didn't even know that was a surah. And all of a sudden you've brought it in, and then you've taken us to the web of the spider, and you've opened up wonderful doors of Islamic history. You know, you've opened up concepts in spirituality. There are people who can see in what is known as outside, but have no insight. You've opened doors of basar and basira. You know, you've gone into mystical concepts as well, which shows that your knowledge of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam is deep. And that's where that poem was going. English poetry, I have yet to see it really explode in the way I'd want it to. But I think with someone like yourself, I think definitely there's going to be an explosion in English poetry soon. Well done. Well done.
Sayyid Maytham, you look like there's a lot of things that you wanted to say.
Yes. So, are there any poets that you're inspired by? Maybe Urdu or English?
English poetry, people like the person standing next to me.
MashaAllah.
Sayyid Ali al-Hakim, Nouri Sardar.
Urdu? What about Urdu?
Urdu? I don't speak Urdu.
Okay, well, do you know of Dr. Rehan Azmi?
Yes, yes.
So he once said to me, a poet's best ability is to take the most difficult of topics and make it easy for the listener to understand and digest. I think you've done exactly that today. You were soft-spoken, but your words were powerful and they were louder. I think you have a really good future ahead of you.
MashaAllah. Say Jalal, please.
Brother Muhammad Abbas Jaffer, beautiful poetry. I really enjoyed the wording you were using. Name of surahs in the Holy Quran, they have Al-Ma'idah, Al-Jathiyah. If you put Al, it will actually damage the rhyme.
I take that on board. I think it was more for the syllables in every line. I had to drop it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. All the best. All the best.
Ahsantum, Sayyidina, and lastly, Nazar.
Muhammad Abbas Jaffer, bravo. It was very nice. Actually, I can say that you made tafsir or how to say tafsir in English? Translation? No?
Yeah, exegesis.
Yeah. Of the very famous, I don't know what did you say. Tafsir of very famous hadith which says علي مع القرآن والقرآن مع علي. So you made tafsir of that hadith. And it was very good.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Encouraged by that?
Very
fantastic,
much so.
fantastic. Please give it up for Muhammad Abbas Jaffer.
I feel all alone. Ahmed, wow. I think we're all amazed, mashallah. How do you feel like it went?
Humbled, honestly, yeah. Like I said to you back there, like I said there, we're just vessels. So if it wasn't for Mawla Ali, we have nothing to recite or perform.